I'm Lewis Cook, stage 5 of the cycle of development. I'm going through how to use positive examples. It's on stage 3 plus section D. So I'm going through 5 tips. The first one is to focus on actually what you want to create, and then you can find out positive examples to be able to create that. So for example, if you want to create a culture within your crew of people pushing on and extra miling and working hard, when you're working through your bells the next day within your crew meeting, it doesn't necessarily need to be the person that high rolled, but the person that extra miled at the end of the day to get the result that they wanted. That's what you would focus on and extrapolate the figures from that story to be able to talk to your guys about that, and that'll be the example that you'll create the next day. Quite a lot of the time it's not actually the high roller that will create that, it's sometimes maybe someone that's just done something different or worked that extra little bit harder or broken an extra comfort zone to create what they want. The second stage is to network with people around the organisation to find out different stories that you can use within your crew meeting. Because sometimes if you're trying to create a new culture within your crew, you might not have the examples in your crew, especially if you've only got 4 or 5 guys on your team at the time. So you'll need to network around the organisation, whether it be in your location, your city, or outside, where it might even be outside the country. But you'll be able to find examples of that, so you can talk about that within your crew meeting, within your bells. It also shows your newer guys a bigger picture as well. My third point is point at people. Don't just talk about it. So actually point at people, get them on the phone to different people so they can tell the story. If you've got a high roller from the day before that's done something that you want to create, maybe get them to run the sales impact for that day. It'll carry way more weight if it's coming from that person than if it's just coming from you trying to sell what you want to create. Use that person to your advantage so you can create that positive example. My fourth point is show people. So take people to different offices, to different cities. So if you need to create a high roller and you haven't got a high roller in your location at the moment, there might be one in the city but in a different location. Take them there for a couple of days so people can actually watch what they do. Because 9 times out of 10, the person that you want to or what you want to create, a lot of the guys are doing most of it, but it's just that extra little bit of that extra 5% that needs to be added on. And it's sometimes they just need to see that they're not that much better than them. They're just doing extra little bits, maybe working a little bit harder, working a little bit smarter, getting to the field a little bit quicker, dressing a little bit smarter, coming in a little bit earlier. So sometimes you just need to show them so they can see they can see what you want to create. The definition of a good manager is someone that provides the right tools for their people to succeed. So 9 times out of 10 it's not actually what you need to do, it's what you need to show them or put them in front of for them to use those tools, whether it be the cycle of development and bringing up a closing topic, for example, for someone to learn how to close but it's coming from someone else, or taking them to a different city, or putting them on the phone to someone. That's how you'll get your people better. Don't try and do everything yourself. Use the network around you to be able to help your organisation. And the last point that I've got is talk about your story. Majority of the time you've actually got more experience, or you've been in a lot more different situations and scenarios than you guys have. Maybe it's ringing the bell after 6, 7 o'clock in the evening and getting those late pieces, whether it's being turning your situation around, whether it's losing people off your team and having to rebuild your confidence. Quite a lot of the time you're the person that's actually done that, so talk about your story, and because you're the person why they started, you're the person why they're still in the business, and sometimes we forget that, so we need to use our story to be able to push our guys a little bit more. So don't forget how much influence you have on your people as well. That's my 5 top tips on how to use positive examples to create a better culture within your team and your sales organisation. Thanks very much.